All right, to get us started on today's stream, I got to talk about it. You know, I got to talk about it, and I actually can't stop talking about it. I want to give my thoughts on the Last of Us premiere from HBO. I was very excited for this. Jada and I discussed it on last night's Beyond Nemesis podcast. Thank you for those of you who were there, including Chica, who I know is listening. I'm going to get it right out. I have to say it. I thought the premiere... I'm going to pull up some Last of Us footage here. The Last of Us remake footage. I thought the premiere was absolutely amazing. I had high expectations. It's at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes already. But I was so hyped for this. And I have a feeling I was going to enjoy it no matter what, because I was very, very, very excited. And it delivered on all fronts. The intensity of that the opening outbreak sequence, to the emotional gravitas. Both Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey did a great job. The supporting cast, even the smaller characters that are kind of easy to nail in a video game because you don't need necessarily an actor or actress to portray them. People like Tess and Marlene were perfectly done. The ending song was even amazing, and I'm so excited for this series, to watch it every single week. Sometimes I prefer shows that you can just binge, but this one I'm okay with it being a weekly event, because I think there's going to be a lot to dissect and digest. I know 2 days later and I'm still thinking about it. I want to watch it again. I mean, no TV show. I think this premiere was probably the best episode of any TV show that I've seen in quite a while. Like, I'm thinking like Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, had some tremendous episodes. And I'm not knocking other shows that are out there. This was just particularly so well done. It was HBO's second biggest premiere ever, which is amazing as a gaming adaptation. The second biggest premiere on the HBO network ever. HBO has very high quality shows in general. So, I mean, from the opening sequence, literally, that looked very Game of Thrones-ish, actually, but the Last of Us theme. Everything about it was great. Whether you're a gamer or somebody who's never heard of The Last of Us or even played a video game, I feel like this series is a must-watch. And this is just based off the premiere, so things could go awry. I'm judging it off of only one episode, but it was that good. That I just, man. I mean, I can't say enough good things, really. I mean, the portrayal of Sarah, the introduction of kind of the factions of the world, the kind of the military faction that's running everything, to the Fireflies, to Joel and Tess and Ellie. I mean, just everything was good, and there's so much more to get into. That's the crazy thing. Like, just everybody who played The Last of Us knows that it is a journey, truly a journey of a story with tons of layers and intricacy. There's stuff to learn about the virus. There's stuff to learn about our characters. There's big moments to happen. There's Bill and Frank coming. They were already referenced in the first episode. I almost want to call it a pilot, but I feel like this one's not really a pilot. It's I can't say enough good things, guys. If you can access the Last of Us show, you need to be watching it. It feels like a huge moment for gaming, and I do want to answer a question though, specifically, because everybody's looking at the quality of the Last of Us premiere and saying, is this going to increase the quality of gaming adaptations going forward? And while I think that's a valid question to ask, I don't necessarily think that's true. I think maybe the ceiling has been raised, right? Like, this is total validation that gaming adaptations can be amazing. A mainstream recognition of gaming stories and properties and so on. But that doesn't mean that all of a sudden all gaming shows or movies are gonna necessarily get better. Because, I mean, no matter what it is, whether it's an original movie, an original show, based on a book, there's bad versions and adaptions of everything, right? Just because this one is really good does not necessarily mean all other gaming adaptations are suddenly gonna get better. That's just not the way creativity works, unfortunately, because we all know Halo on Paramount needs to get better, but unfortunately it's not necessarily gonna happen. So that's my thoughts, my rant on how good The Last of Us is. You have to be watching this show, in my opinion. It's the most excited I've been for a show in a long, long, long time.